Have you ever said, she runs like the wind, or he is a lion on the field? Both sentences are comparing two things, but one is simile and the other is a metaphor. Do you know which is which? By the end of this video, you'll never confuse them again. Welcome. Today we are going to learn two of the most important and most commonly used figures of speech in the English language, simile and metaphor. We will cover what they mean, how they differ, how to identify them, and I will also give you a trick to remember them forever. So let's begin. Let's start with simile. A simile is a figure of speech that compares two different things using the words like or as. It does not make a direct comparison. It connects two things with a linking word. The most important thing to remember is, if you see like or as in a comparison, it is a simile. Here is the formula for a simile. Think 1, then the word like or as, then think 2. That's all it is. Simple and clean. Now a quick note before we move on. While like and as are the most common words used in a simile can also be formed using other words, such as then, resembles, as if, and as though. For example, she is braver than a lion, or he acts as if he owned the world. However, for most students and exams, like and as are what you will encounter most frequently, so those are our main focus today. Let's look at our first example. Her smile is like sunshine. Here we are comparing her smile to sunshine. And notice the word like is present. That makes it a simile. Second example. He is as brave as a lion. Here we are comparing a person's bravery to a lion's bravery. And we use the word as. Twice actually. That makes it a simile. Next example is, the classroom was as quiet as a graveyard. Here the silence of the classroom is being compared to a graveyard. The words as and as are our connecting words, so it's a simile. So to summarize simile, it most commonly uses like or as, but can also use words like then, resembles, as if, and as though. In all cases, it is an indirect comparison. It connects two different things through a linking word. Keep this in mind as we move to the metaphor. Now let's talk about metaphor. A metaphor is also a comparison between two different things, but here's the key difference. A metaphor does not use like or as or any other comparison word. It makes a direct comparison. It does not say something is like something else. It says something is something else directly. The formula for a metaphor is thing 1 is or are thing 2. No connecting word, just a direct bold statement. For example, life is a journey. We are comparing life to a journey directly. There is no like or as. We are saying life is a journey. This is a metaphor. Second example, time is money. This is one of the most commonly used metaphors in everyday English. We are directly saying time is money, no connecting word. So it's a metaphor. Third example, and this is a famous one. The world is a stage. This metaphor was written by William Shakespeare in his play As You Like It. He is comparing the entire world to a theatre stage, directly, boldly, and with no connecting word. A perfect metaphor. So to summarize metaphor, no like or as, it is a direct comparison, and it states that one thing is another thing. Now let's put both of them side by side. Now let me place them side by side. Look at this table carefully. Simile uses like or as. Metaphor does not. Simile is an indirect comparison. Metaphor is direct. Simile says, she is like a storm. Metaphor says, She is a storm. The only difference is that one uses a connecting word and the other does not. Now, here's a simple trick to remember this forever. Look at the word simile. It contains the letters L and I. So does the word like. That connection can help you remember simile goes with like. And for metaphor, think of it as a more powerful and direct one. It skips a helper word and makes a bold statement. Simile is polite. It says, you are like a star. Metaphor is confident. It says, you are a star. Now it's your turn. I'm going to show you 5 sentences. For each one, pause the video, think about your answer, and then I will reveal it. Ready? Number 1. My brother is a walking encyclopedia. Pause if you want to think. The answer is metaphor. It directly says he is an encyclopedia, not like or as. Number 2. The stars were like the diamond in the sky. Answer. It's a simile because of the word like. Number 3. Life is as fragile as glass. Answer. It's a simile because of the words as and as. Number 4. Her voice is music to my ears. Answer. It's a metaphor. It directly says her voice is music, no like or as present. Number 5. He fought like a tiger. Answer. Simile because of the word like. How many did you get right? Tell me your scores in the comments below. I read every single comment. If you got all 5 correct, excellent work. If you missed some, do not worry, that's exactly why we are here. Before we finish, let me show you how similes and metaphors appear in real literature and everyday speech. In Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare wrote, Juliet is the sun. This is a metaphor. Robert Burns wrote, my love is like a red rose. This is a simile. In everyday speech, when someone says, this room is a freezer, that's a metaphor. When someone says, I slept like a baby, that's a simile. Once you start noticing these things, you'll find them everywhere. Let's do a final recap before you go. A simile compares two things using like or as. It is an indirect comparison. A metaphor compares two things directly, no like or as. It is a bold direct statement. This is the complete difference. Simple, clear, and easy to remember. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you have not already. We cover all figures of speech, grammar topics, and much more. Drop your questions or your quiz code in the comments. I will reply. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.